What is the legal recourse in a situation where, let's just say, not all patients are good patients, right? There are some outliers out there where maybe they will call you a fraud and say all these things, but you can't say anything back. Is there any potential negative consequence for just making false claims towards a practitioner?
Well, you're talking about defamation and you're talking about libel. And whenever you're talking about somebody's business and how they conduct business, it's one of the libel per se categories. So in a very roundabout way, absolutely, there's recourse. But remember that it's all weighed against the freedom of speech. We have a constitutional right. They have a right to think that you're a fraud, and they have a right to think whatever they want about you. It's protected speech. So that's, again, a very fine line. And where do we draw it? And unfortunately, you can't respond to your patients. I can't respond to the disgruntled client. Privacy and privilege are huge, huge things, and it's protected speech.
Well, I know that what my attorney told me in this particular situation, because I'll tell you, I was furious because it was such a gross misrepresentation, is that apparently, like you said, these reviews are protected. It's very, very difficult because he's stating his opinion and he has the right to his free speech, even if it's completely false, because there's no way other than suing him privately and producing the facts of the case, which again could expose me to privacy violations.
Right.
It's like this Byzantine, crazy lose-lose situation. So doctors just take it,
Well,
and we
and
have
Just
it.
like lawyers, we have to take it
Well,
too.
and the lesson is, I think, for everyone is when you hear a headline, before you go to judgment or make a judgment, you always have to dig a little bit deeper, because a lot of the things even topics we talk about on the show, you read the story, you read the headline, it's like, oh my gosh, this is so egregious. But then maybe you peel back the layers of that onion, you're like, wait a minute, this is a little trickier. What are the elements here?
And I think faux news, my friend.
Well, but we live in a day and time where it's headline driven, it's social media post driven, and you'll hear something and you'll think that is egregious. And the only reason I bring that up is sometimes, quite frankly, I hate to say this, but the best providers of healthcare out there may have a bad review or 2 or 10 online, and there's nothing they can do about it. Maybe the best doctor in town, so maybe they are recommended to you by 30 of your best friends, but then you go online and you see, well, wait a minute, they have 5 one-star
why
reviews.
Is that? Because
maybe it's because
they said no.
Maybe.
And they said, you don't need that. They came in seeking something, had something on their mind, I need this medication or this treatment, and didn't get it, and that makes you a bad doctor.
But the one thing I cannot argue with, if this story we started with is true, hey, if you as a patient, you individual, paid someone else's bill because you overheard them saying they couldn't afford it,
good for you.
Kudos to you. That is
Yes.
that is what being a good Samaritan is all about. Tiffany, thanks so much for weighing in.